this is one of my clients. He has a bunch of horses. And what he has is this is a hell of a little head horse. But he's got a pretty bad quarter crack. You guys can see that. It's from a wire cut. Now, here's the test. There's a couple tests in shoeing. There's one, applying a shoe that benefits the horse. Okay, with that wire crack being the way it is, we really need to support that hoof capsule. Number two, if we can put a dead sexy shoe on it at the same time, that's where the test is. I've had a straight bar on it that had an inverted bar on it, and that looked pretty cool. We had an 8, and that's the thing, no matter how much, if you guys know this about horseshoeing, no matter how much you know and how good a job you can do, you can always improve, and that's the passion for horseshoeing, right? So I just passed my fellowship with honors, and we had a clinic a month ago, and he said, hey, let's do a lateral extension Eggbar, something I'd never built, and I got to build one for the horse. Well, this horse is gonna be an appropriate thing for that, okay? There's a couple ways of handling the situation. So if we look at this, can you guys see how short that inside heel ends in comparison to the outside heel? So how could I fit that with a straight bar, right? I had a couple options. If I made my straight bar so it had an inverted bar, so it kind of came across here and then came across and had that shape to the bar, it looks pretty nice. But as round as that is, I think an Eggbar would be just as sexy, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in, we're gonna put a lateral extension, and it's gonna be a lateral extension just because I wanna fill in this corner a bit. This is gonna be round, it's gonna be kind of an Eggbar-ish. It's gonna come around here, come to here, and what I'm hoping to do is we're gonna bump up the end a lot, and I'm hoping to maybe make it so that the inside shape is fairly symmetrical. So it's gonna be kind of European bar style. Right. When I'm laying this out, we're on the left foot. No, there. We've established our bar where we want to fit the bar. It's gonna be about 3 1/8. And we want it to be, I want it to be every bit of 5 1/2 long. So this gives me all the information I need to build this. I like to have this measurement at the center of my buttress. I can kind of look at that while I'm building my shoe and compare. Always on a foot like this, put your finger in center and think about your shape. So we can see we're gonna have a pretty big inside toe, fairly sharp quarter, pretty nice dead sexy outside. Let's see if we can't make something cool for this. The advantage to concentrated focused practice, like if you have like a book called Peak, you read it, you understand it's not 10,000 hours of practice, it's 10,000 hours of focused practice. So today, you're not ready to hear the answer till you've asked the question. So Ray had an attempt at building this shoe, and she built a nice shoe, but it was just a little bit small. So then we went and did an NTSB report about it, like where did she measure wrong, what do we need to do different? And then once we started talking about it, we started talking about styles, and then we're like, yeah, lateral extension straight bar. So the true test in forging is not cutting the right section for a foot. But the true test is building the appropriate section regardless of what you cut. So we could have built this out of 3/8x1 and ran it down, which we've been practicing on that quite a bit, haven't we?
Come on, Ray, grow a couple more inches. Abby, can you slide my Pelican forward?
That much?
Thanks.
Okay, go. Those are my tongs. One thumb. Yep, leave it there, leave it there, leave it there. Yep. You. Give us some love on your width, right? We're trying to build width in it. There you go. So what I told her is go ahead and get rid of it, that thickness, because we're trying to build it wide. We're trying to get that appeal into it, right? Marked 11.5 from the end. And then put a rough center punch mark in that. Yep, no, that's perfect. So there. So 5 3/4 center. Offset it 1/4.
3/4 center. 5.5.
Yeah.
Nope.
So if you're watching that bump, the reason that twist is happening is because she's keeping the far edge of it off the anvil. So like right there, you see that corner's off? So go ahead and hit it a couple times. See it bend it? There you go. So push away and get that corner against the anvil.
Okay.
The other thing when you're trying to protect your width, if you're trying to protect your width, instead of boogering it up, whatever you have against the horn will straighten, whatever you hit will straighten, right? So it's got an S bend. I'm gonna put that part of the S bend there, and hit this S bend, and you can see how it just rippled it in. Then I'll get rid of the thickness. But you won't see me come in and do this very much. I try my best not to, because that works any of the bump that you put in and out. So I try my best to do all my straightening on the horn. Whether it's like that or like this, try to get that straightened out. So when she bumps, if she can get that corner there, it'll actually bend it towards her. So all those things that we've been teaching you guys about, bending around past 90, come in as soon as you're done. Seat it out. I'm going to do all those things. So I wanted just a little more offset in this. I'm going to come around, set my toe, straighten up to it. Come around, set my toe, hit the same spot and sweep. That foot really has a prominent inside toe. Okay, so you can see I'm kind of working up into it and really putting that in there. One of your guys' times when you're practicing, you'll be amazed at how much you learn if you can go heat for heat with somebody. So for years when I practiced, there's a guy named Adam. He would come up to my shop. We could practice together every other weekend for like 5 years. And this is how we would practice. We'd each build a shoe and we would go heat for heat. The amount you learn is just incredible. We should probably spin this shoe and then fuller it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
14?
Yeah, that'll be fine. So I tend to like the fuller shoes in the straight. I think they come out just a little cleaner. But what I'm gonna do is I'll take a heat and I'm gonna get it welded up, and then I'll take a couple heats kind of drawing that side, finishing up my shape. And that'll allow me to really kind of draw the size, okay? You guys will notice how I work up to my quarter, set my quarter, and I work away from it. Anytime you guys want to get to something, You can always put a quick little twist bend in it like that. So you see I wanted to get to that inside, right? So I just lift it up. So you can see now, I'm starting to get that tub. That's quite a bit shorter, right? See how much shorter that is? There. Then we'll weld that up and I'll start pushing this around, okay? When you're using your friend's flux. She'll have to watch the video to see that, huh?
I can hear you, you know.
What's that? Have you guys seen me go back for a bigger overlap? Most of the time, any of you guys that watch me forge, I usually have a pretty minimal overlap. So two things, I was feeling that I didn't quite have enough for my corner here, and I was coming just a little bit big. So by doing that overlap, I'm going to save myself just a little bit. There we go. So she should have lapped me and went ahead and got a heat.
Okay.
Because I've done this enough that I'll work between her.
Okay.
But since she was kind enough to get out of my way.
I was thinking I didn't want my shoe burned up.
It's called fire management practice.
Yes, Sensei.
Go for it.
Can you help me turn my inside branch? I didn't get to watch you.
Yeah. Let's get it up into that a little bit.
Did you turn it like a hockey stick first?
Kind of. I just turned it up where my mark was. I just turned it up where my mark is. I gave it a couple packs in just to kind of like lock it in a little bit. But you want to do it, or
It don't matter to me.
your big thing is you need to get your inside toe on just a bit more.
Okay.
So. So that just looks long to me.
Okay.
So that's why I went ahead and get mine a couple there
Okay.
to get close to the length I wanted.
Okay.
And right here, you needed that.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are here whenever I trim. I work 2 and away. To see the same thing when I hit. Working to my quarter, see that? Away from my quarter. We'll get my forward in. I'm gonna drift it. I'm gonna work my section up. And I'm gonna flatten it. And that's where you really start cleaning this up. So here, again, work it up to that quarter and away. Give it a bit of love. Run my puller one more time. And this is what really pops those lines. I wish I would have stopped that fuller in line just a little bit earlier. And the reason that is it really looks nice when both your fuller in lines are about the same length. So I just took a quick second and ran over to the foot and kind of seen where I can get away with nail holes. So I'm going to bunch these pretty good. Clean up my edges. That builds thickness in it. Allows me to flatten it, point it. And then this is what really pops those fuller in lines. So remember, you're having to be quite a bit shorter inside than outside, right?
Yeah.
So when you train your eye to see square, it's hard to not see it square, right? So like right there, she really pushed that inside corner down, or pushed it back. But in all reality, that corner's got to stay up, right? There you go. It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
So take an overall on that shoe, but in between, go take a look at the foot.
Okay.
You guys notice when I'm flattening that shoe? We talked about seating the shoe out. Remember, what did we talk about? Getting in line with that shoe. So every time I flatten that shoe, you guys will notice I'll get in that position.
Sweet.